Hi guys, how are you? I know it's been a while since I've posted. I just had a lot going on. Bad excuse, right? Anyway, so I pulled some cards today before I go to work, and I pulled the first card from the stripper deck, which says think bigger. By downplaying your awesomeness and not letting your light shine bright, you're denying your true potential. Own your awesomeness and don't sell yourself short. So, and with that, I got the Four of Pentacles, the Lovers, and Temperance. So I feel like there's some kind of balance in your life, balancing your dark side with your light side. So like your shadow side with your light side. And I got the card, the Goddess of the Shadows. And if you notice, she's balanced. All her chakras are lit up. You know, we have 7 chakras, which when they're in balance, we tend to manifest better. We tend to react and interact better with other people. We don't react, we respond, right? And so we interact better with others. We're more in alignment. We manifest better. But there's something about balancing. And interestingly enough, the snake, which is here, which seems to be a negative thing, which also is in the Lovers card, which came out for you guys. And I think that's a pretty big coincidence that the snake would come out of two completely different decks. But I think that there's something about a negative, something that you perceive as a negative, snaky thing. It could be a person, thing, or an event or something that happened that seemed very like snaky and very deceptive to you. And maybe not for your highest good, but it's actually going to turn out to be your highest good. Because it brought you sort of helped you to recognize a part of your shadow side that is actually helpful and important to raising your consciousness, is experiencing this event that seemed to you at the time like a very negative thing. It says, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. So sometimes when dark things happen to us, it seems, and we perceive it, remember, it's all an illusion. Dark and light, it's all based on illusions and our programming in this matrix. So some of the things that seem detrimental to you or seem in the past or in the present that they're not serving your highest good are actually bringing out parts of your shadow and dark side that you have to heal in order to raise your consciousness and get to this part of you. Notice how she's clothed in darkness. We're talking about the shadow side, and she's just kind of like looking up. But think bigger. So your spirit guides want you to think bigger. Think beyond the illusions that you've been fed and the things that you believe about yourself. They want you to think bigger, to realize that you can let your light shine brighter. Let people see how bright and amazing you actually are. Don't deny your true potential. So have more courage and more, faith in yourself to be bigger, to do better. Don't sell yourself short because you are awesome. Okay? And then the spirit animal that came up was the coyote, which talks about the revealer of the truth. So I think that your spirit guides are going to be revealing truths to you that seem maybe a little bit dark to you. Maybe they seem like things about yourself you don't want to face. But this truth is going to help you, okay? And they don't want you to take things too seriously. Then you need to play more. You need to laugh at yourself. When you think you perceive yourself to have been deceived by someone, or something snaky in your life, actually laugh at yourself. Laugh at the situation. Find the humor in it. Laughter is very healing for us. Okay? Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Be the kind of person that people laugh with you. And even if you feel like they're laughing at you, be able to laugh at yourself. And the things that you perceive to be mistakes, they're not, because you're learning from them and they're making you grow spiritually and evolve and balance your chakras and come out of all this darkness and into this light like she's doing. You see that? She's not allowing the snake to get the best of her because her light is protecting her. Also, look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So even though you feel like possibly you've been deceived or there's been some setbacks or there have been parts of you that feel small, let go of those illusions that are keeping you feeling small, because they're just illusions. And I believe that shortly a time in your life is coming where you're going to experience everything bigger, everything bolder, everything in a more positive way. And I believe financially things are going to expand and improve for you, as well as spiritually, and just overall happiness and well-being for you, okay? Because you are healing some things in your shadow side. You're accepting your shadow side. You're not fighting your shadow side so much, and just only embracing what you perceive to be positive things about yourself. Because some of the things that you perceive to be negative are actually, it's just an illusion, because the yin and the yang is what everything is about. Balance, good and evil, darkness and light, the man and the woman, right? So you're learning this lesson and it's helping you to evolve spiritually. So you have the key within you. Your spirit guides are going to give you more of the key. They're going to reveal things to you, secrets of the universe, secrets for your well-being and your development spiritually are going to come to you. And you are going to, like the toadstool, you're going to rise out of the darkness. And it kind of looks like she's rising out of this darkness and this muck to grow and to rise into something and overcome all this darkness to be the light. And that is you with the toadstool, okay? And it also talks about perseverance, not giving up on yourself and not giving in to what you perceive to be dark and shadowy sides to yourself. Take those shadow sides and allow them to be who you are, to balance your chakras, to balance you out, which is also the card of Temperance, which came up, Temperance. So what energies in your life require changing? Is there someone in your life trying to throw you off balance? What is this snake right here that's keeping your chakras from being in balance? What part of your shadow side do you think is overwhelming, or your light side that is overwhelming and keeping all your chakras not in perfect balance? Life is about balance. What makes addiction so ugly? It means that that person is out of balance. What makes anything, a relationship not work? There's not a balance. There's a lack of balance going in that relationship, right? So Temperance. Also, how can you go more with the flow? Try to have things flowing. Try to balance more in your life. And, you know, think before you answer. Think before you act. Think before, like I said, don't react. Respond. Take time before you react to things. Okay? And the angel of relaxation came out. And so they want you to let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. So we talk about the Empress attracts, the Empress does not chase. And the Emperor, we allow things to come to us. We're spiritual beings, we manifest. We don't chase, we don't get out of balance, we don't get our panties in a wad just because we see a snake crawling up the tree. We balance our chakras. We don't allow the snake to get to us. We say, hi, snake, I see you, but I'm not scared of you because you're just an illusion. We relax. We laugh at ourselves. We laugh at situations. We learn from these murky situations that we get ourselves into. We forgive ourselves. We grow. We face our shadow sides. We face our weaknesses. We take our weaknesses and we build on them. and they become strengths, right? This is what your spirit guides are wanting you to do right now. Let go of desired outcomes. Always pray, God, please give me this or something better. Sometimes God's plan for you is way bigger, and his outcome is way better, way more positive than you can even imagine. So you limit yourself by asking, just give me this, God. Say, God, let me win the $1 billion lottery or get something better, like the most beautiful, amazing day in the world where I wake up and it's just a smile on my face. You know, that could actually be better than winning the lottery sometimes, because they talk about the curse of the lottery. There's plenty of people that have won the lottery that would tell you it was not the best thing that ever happened to them, because when things get out of balance, and sometimes too much of a good thing or too much of a lot of a thing causes the temperance to get off and causes things to be out of balance. So the point is that pray for this, God, or something better, and have faith. Let go, relax more, laugh more, have fun, think bigger. Don't sell yourself short. Don't allow these dark shadow sides, things that you perceive. And that's the important word, perceive, because our perception is everything. I can look at a glass as half full and say that's half full because I perceive it to be half full. You can look at the same glass and say it's half empty, and because you perceive it to be half empty, and we're both right. But it's our perception which changes our attitude, which snowballs into a lot of decisions that we make in our life based on how we perceive something. So they're asking you, your guides are asking, your angels, your spirit team, your creator is asking you to notice, what do you perceive to be your dark side, and how can you take the things you conceive to you not conceive the things you perceive to be negative and to be problematic for you, how can you take those things and turn them into something beautiful in your life? How can you make them like the lotus flower coming out of this murk, or the toadstool coming? I think these grow, I'm pretty sure mushrooms grow out of poop. So how can you get things to grow out of poop into something useful, amazing, and even medicinal, by the way? Mushrooms are very medicinal and helpful. So anyway, then I was just jacking around before I was doing this, kind of meditating, procrastinating. I procrastinate every video I do. It's like a whole thing. But anyway, and I was looking in the drawer and I found the old fortune cookie from the Chinese food that I order. And guess what it says? An unexpected event will bring you riches. So I think that's pretty cool, because the Four of Pentacles came out. So, you know, I think this means don't make any rash decisions or anything crazy. But I do think something fortunate, an unexpected event is going to bring you some form of riches that you're not. I mean, this is going to be surprising to you. I mean, that's what the fortune cookie says. And I don't believe anything happens by accident. Every single thing happens for a reason. Even when I like mess up my words, I drop things, or whatever happens, it happens for a reason. And the Lover cards came out. Look for common ground. And I think that's also part of that shadow side. Try to look for the common ground. Try to balance things in your life that you perceive to be problems. Look for what you have in common with people, not your differences. Start when you're trying to work things out with people, or you're trying to make things work. Start with what you have in common first, okay? Common ground. And then it's all about balance, balancing what's best for you, for the people around you. Could be kids, coworkers, lovers, friends, pets, whatever it is. Find balance. Start with what you have in common and focus on the good rather than the bad. But also remember, what you perceive as bad isn't necessarily bad. That's the real breakthrough that your spirit team wants you to understand. The things that you're perceiving as bad or shadowy or difficult or snaky or deceptive or evil or wicked, actually, that could be a complete illusion. It could actually be your greatest asset. The thing you're fighting the most and saying is your weakest link could actually be your greatest strength and your greatest asset. Okay? So that is why you are getting your goddess energy. Getting your goddess energy and figure out, what does your perceived dark side hold that's actually a treasure. And it's interesting, the word treasure, because we talked about how, like, through perseverance, the toadstool, which I call a mushroom, comes out of the darkness and out of the murk, and how an unexpected event will bring you riches. And it says your dark shadow side could bring treasures. And I actually pulled this card from the stripper deck. Think bigger. Don't sell yourself short. And what's interesting about the stripper deck, I was reading the card that actually explains why she made the deck. A bunch of her proceeds actually go to help inform people about adult and sexual oriented businesses. And I like her stripper deck because she talks about how people really underestimate strippers. They think they just show up to work, shake their buns, whatever, and make money. But really, it's actually a very intense business. It requires a lot of intuition. It requires a lot of patience. You'd be surprised, actually. So I love that she made that deck, and she has some really great cards in there. I'll pull some more from there, but I love that deck, and you don't see a lot of those. But she said she was inspired to make it by talking to strippers and hearing their unique issues. And she was able to come up with like a 30 card deck of things that strippers or dancers go through, and how we can take lessons from them. And we can take lessons from anyone in life and learn. And that was what this coyote card was talking about, which was, look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them, right? Traps and tricks. Watch out for those traps and tricks. And the other card that came out was timing. When the time is right, you will know. Trust. All is going to turn out well, which is what this whole message is about. The things that you perceive to be these evil, snaky things, you're being protected by a higher power, you see? And whatever it is you're trying to balance, whatever you're trying to make beautiful, make loving, make amazing, make work out perfectly like these lovers, whatever you're trying to make a marriage out of in your life is going to happen. Because you're going to start embracing, instead of running from your shadow side, instead of hiding from all this darkness, you're going to let the darkness come. You're going to feel it. You're going to conquer it. You're going to realize a lot of it's illusions. This snake is not going to harm you. It's just going to crawl on you. It might scare the bejesus out of you. But you're going to conquer it, because you're going to conquer the fear and the illusions in your life that are keeping you from creating this perfect balance and tempering the things that you need to be successful. And there's something that's going to happen, certain downloads that you're going to get, certain signs and synchronicities that are going to help you to think bigger, and they're going to help you to own your awesomeness. Okay? And to stop selling yourself short. Stop getting stuck on the things you perceive to be negative about yourself. Take those things. Make yourself strong from what you perceive to be the things that make you weak. Okay? So that's your message for today. Sorry it took me forever to get back on here. I'm a procrastinator. I'm working on that. 2023. All right. I love you guys. Bye.